They take on Germany. Wally Masur is courtside, putting in a good shift. Nice to see Wally.
Yeah, for a change, Robbie. I concur with Flip. I really enjoy watching Mannarino play. The point of difference that he has kind of shows you what's possible in the game potentially if you work at your craft from a young age. Quite unique. And that just shows you when you take the ball early enough, you just take so much time away from your opponent. But I just want to say, it's probably credit to the French Federation. They are a big federation. They earn a lot of money through Roland Garros. They pour that back into junior development, but they seem to appreciate, you know, vive la différence. They seem to let the players explore their game. You think of the French players, you can't cast a blanket over them. They're so varied in game style and personality and the way they approach it.
So good at making the return when he's able to get a string on the ball. He would love nothing more than an early break. Given the record he has against Sasha is a poor one. Chance to strike first. Think about that second serve, didn't he?
I was going to mention he's had a few more bounces than normal in this service game. So impressive. Sasha's got one of the biggest servers on the tour consistently, especially on the first serve, but Mannarino's taken probably close to a meter inside the baseline. He's meeting these returns on the first serve and blocking it back, hardly any backswing at all. Making him play another break point here, an opportunity. Two big opportunities, 2 second serve returns missed on both break points. Very uncharacteristic from him.
Over 5 minutes for his opening service game.
First serve.
3 of those minutes have been ball bouncing.
Toes around the court as Mannarino. When you take the ball as early as he does, you need to have good footwork.
Sasha just not looking comfortable at all in this first game of the match.
Needs to find a first serve.
He found it.
Just having a look at his serving numbers in 2023, specifically on a hard court. He was the 9th best server. Of course, it's a combination of things. Your first serve percentage, first serve points won, second serve points won as well, service games won. And of course, you throw into that your aces and your double faults. Put all those numbers together and you come out with a serve rating. And on a hard court, that was led by Hurkacz and Novak Djokovic. They were 1 and 2. Sasha coming in at number 9. Finding some meaningful first serves when he needed it most.
That's going to settle him down. I think he's a little lucky to get away with that one, down a couple of break points.
Sometimes, but in that one, you were very late.
So I think umpire just giving him a soft warning. Wally, were you able to pick up on what was said there? Time violation?
Yeah, it is a little difficult. You might have had a better chance than I did. There's a lot of noise down here courtside. But I think Mannarino had questioned how long he was taking to serve. He suggested he was 5 seconds over at one point. The umpire did give him a soft warning at end change there, and now the captain is remonstrating. Did you pick up anything from the umpire's mic?
No, struggling. Just heard Allensworth say that one was a little longer.
Well, if you bounce the ball as many times as Sasha does, you're always going to be flirting with the time clock.
15 left.
Yeah, totally. So we have the serve clock just behind the ball kids, where Mannarino serving now. He'll just to his left. There it is there. So players can keep an eye on how much time they have left. Sensational. That to his old school.
15 all.
A little bit of chip and charge here and covering that line beautifully. Very nicely done.
Using every inch of his 6'6" frame on that backhand volley. The German can do just about anything with that backhand of his.
15-30.
The feel he has on it, open stance, closed stance, angle. We saw a lovely backhand slice a little earlier. He's got long levers too.
Zverev sinks down so nicely too to the backhand. For a tall guy, you mentioned 6'6", you would think that the Mannarino trajectory would trouble him, but he has a strong base, he sinks down and he stays there throughout the shot. He doesn't lift up. Technically so sound.
It's a great visual right there of exactly what Wally was referring to. He's missed it.
I don't think he was waiting for that one to come right at him. Took him by surprise.
Just coming back at him a little quicker than what he expected.
He set up the point well.
Good start from Mannarino. Putting some good pressure on the Zverev serve in the opening game and defending his with considerable aplomb in the second. Had a career high number 22, played 73 matches last year. You can see, quick look at the win predictor, has got Zverev as the heavy favourite. Zverev winning in Chengdu and in Hamburg, as I mentioned earlier.
$15 love.
.26 years of age now is Zverev. Seems like he's been on tour forever. remember first seeing him as he couldn't have been more than 7 or 8 years of age at the Unforced Hockey Club. That was the off-site venue to practice in Hamburg. He was there with Mum. Irina feeding balls to him. Also loved field hockey growing up. Played both tennis and field hockey regularly till the age of 14 before deciding on a tennis career.
I think that was a good call.
Surprising given the money in field hockey.
Mm.
Such is the weight of Zverev's ground shots that Mannarino, as much as he'd like to be on the baseline, controlling things, he can't. Just getting pushed around, playing a little deeper than he would like, and he's such a flat hitter, he loses margin the further back he goes.
Game, Team Germany.
Those are the kind of service games he prefers. A nice comfortable hold.
Team Germany
In
leads.
sharp contrast to
2-1.
his opener. And he'll sit down with a 2-1 lead. Sydney Harbour fireworks, something to behold. And the bridge was showcasing it in all her glory yesterday evening. It's one of the world's most iconic New Year's Eve celebrations. An estimated 1.5 million people try and find a vantage point to watch it. Almost $7 million gets spent on the fireworks show. And of course, every year it's a specific theme that the fireworks follow. It's pretty cool. I got to see it firsthand yesterday evening.
Time.
And it's very easy on the eye. To see the Ken Rosewell Arena here in Sydney filling up nicely. All those present will be hoping this is a good contest. Hasn't been the case in the last 3 matches that they've played. In very one-sided scorelines. Mannarino has not got more than 3 games in a set in the last 7 that they've played. Mentioned the fact that Zverev played field hockey as a youngster. Did you play multiple sports growing up before deciding on tennis, Mark?
I mean, I played a little bit of soccer, but tennis was my focus pretty early on. Yeah. Sasha, understandably getting a little frustrated because it's a different kind of pace coming at him, right, than he was the first match. Might take him a couple of games to just get his eye in. But,
and it's his beloved backhand that he's missing. I think that's what's frustrating him even more.
Yeah, something that's so solid.
30 love.
A shot that he relies on. The way that Mannarino plays, you can tell that he frustrates players, you know, and there was one person, another French tennis player who was the same, was Santoro, equally as talented, and the way he approached the game, 2 hands off both sides, and he drove guys crazy. Man, was he beautiful to watch and a nightmare to play against.
Game, Team France. Two-game fault.
That's the biggest winner you'll see with the least amount of effort.
Yeah.
Just nudges the ball on the rise with those loose strings that you alluded to. It's like a catapult. Powerful frame too, that racket.
Love 15.
It is almost into double digits with the unforced errors. Zverev. The vast majority coming from his backhand side. Wouldn't have picked that.
Love 30. Fifteen, 30.
That one was maybe a little long in the return. But there was nothing wrong with this. That is a shot for the chosen few.
40, 30.
I think the shot gives you an indication of how he's feeling.
I think if you're Mannarino, you actually don't want that to go over. That's dangerous. Could have finished him right there.
He knows it.
Game. Team Germany.
First serves to the rescue.
Team Germany lead.
Compromised position at love 30, but he pulls through. Germany up 3-2 first set.
Eng, aber auf der Linie war laut. War ganz eng auf der Linie.
Big problem, of course, with the Zverev serve is the pace, up over 200 consistently, but then the bounce. The angle of incidence equals the angle of reflection. It's just very hard to get a good linear hit at the ball. Just huge jump off the court, even at 200 plus kilometres.
The thing, there's so much to consider, and it is consistently big. First serve percentage is often right around the 70% mark. Court for Zverev, I can tell you, over the course of 2023.
Time.
First serves made 72%. So you're having to deal with a lot of power on a regular basis.
He serves with nice shape, Zverev, but I think it's right, if you're 6'6" and above,
yep,
you can actually serve down into the court. You don't have to get the ball straight up off the racket and bring it down with racket head speed and spin. But even given his height, he still serves with great shape. Doesn't really go for the flat bomb.
Just having a quick
15 love.
look down the stats leaderboard. There is no one else in the top 50 that has a first serves made of over 70%. He's the leader in that department. And it's not like he's just pushing that serve in.
Mannarino is just so smart with the way he plays, understanding very quickly if his
31.
opponent is being stretched out wide, moving in to take that at the net. So quick with those legs. Great footwork.
See how wide he's standing to accentuate his leftiness.
30 all.
That's a great setup here on this forehand down the line, opening up the court. And Sasha moving behind it quickly, realizing his opponent's out of position. Well, he'd want that one back. 30-all, second serve. Right to the forehand.
Why has he missed that? What's the reason? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know, intensity. I mean, that was at 146 kilometers an hour. I mean, he was lucky to make the net in that forehand.
Let. First serve.
I probably didn't expect it to be so slow. Could have gone up to it, definitely stepped into it, taken it a little bit earlier. Waiting for it to come to him, and it did not come to him at all. Yep.
Game. Team break.
Yeah, that one's licked the line.
3 games all.
Just not the same acceleration on the forehand as what he has on the backhand. He's just allowed Mannarino to settle into this opening set, which is good news for Team France. Mannarino's coach there. He's been with him for 5 years as Arnaud.
The funny thing is, it looks like the Mannarino is handling
Love 15.
Zverev's first serve a little better than his second serve at times.
Wally, just a quick question for you courtside. I'm curious to know what you think Zverev's first serve percentage might be without looking at the stats monitor. What's the feeling that you get?
Yeah, I'd say high 60s, early 70s.
Would you?
Yeah.
I feel like it's been a lot worse than that, but you're not far away.
What is it?
It's just dipped down from 65 to 63 now.
Damn, I hate being wrong.
Oh, what a shot.
Flip, you talk about it a lot. His movement is underrated. Big guy, big strides, but he arrives balanced. I mean, even that half volley was a good shot.
Yeah, to get to that ball and then have the, you know, the power. Hardly any room to work with. 6'6". He's got these long limbs and he's got really strong legs.
30 all.
You know, just the first 2 steps, it's just so powerful the way he pushes off. And of course, when you have those longer limbs, you take less steps than necessary to cover a certain amount of ground. But
Yeah, shout out to Jez Green, who did a very good job in building up his body, making it more robust, packing on the pounds, especially in the leg area. You might have a second look at that, or not.
oh, that was out. You know what, guys? I've
30,
been
40.
counting his ball bounces, and when it gets tight, it's 15. And when it's not normal kind of serve, it's 12. This is either going to be 12 or 15. I'm putting money on 15.
Well, Adrian Mannarino can be the ultimate disruptor. He's uncomfortable to play against, and that's proving to be the case today for Zverev. It's Mannarino who draws first blood. 4-3. Just the man of many words is Adrian Mannarino. Just get the feeling that his personality is almost an extension of his tennis game. He's quiet, he's understated, he's not in your face.
Time.
So Adrian Mannarino is in a situation that he hasn't been for a long time against Sasha Zverev. Lost 7 sets. He hasn't been able to get to 4 games. The good news is he's got to 4 games, and it's with the breaker serve. It's all about backing it up now. And if the news just got a little bit better, he's got some new balls. Looking to extend his lead. Oh, that's a proper stick on the backhand volley.
Love 15.
enjoyed that forehand. I thought a little risky coming in on this one, but completely committed to it. Nice big step with the right leg as he extended to go and meet the ball.
15 all.
Backhand has really been his Achilles. It's hard to believe that when speaking of Zverev.
40-15.
The vast majority of the 15 unforced errors have come off that side. That one's going to go down as a forcing error.
But rarely has Zverev had a ball in his strike zone. The majority of them have been knee height or if not below. Just virtually having to hit up on everything.
I mean, the only thing I'd say to that, Wally, is it's never been a problem in the past taking on Mannarino, because he really has duffed them up, hasn't he?
Yeah, and you mentioned they played at Cincinnati, and I'm just thinking, here we are with the dome. It's humid in Sydney. It's not warm. The balls are a little heavy after the first few games. Just maybe the conditions playing into Mannarino's hands.
Yeah, Cincinnati, well, the ball bounces so high. It's so humid there, and it's bouncing up high there. Cincy, it's a surface that Sasha loves playing on hard courts, especially a high bouncing hard court. But he did mention, as for a big guy, 6'6", he gets down really low, nicely, especially on that back end side. But Robbie said a lot of these unforced errors come off a backhand that's normally just solid as.
Oh, he's given him the runaround. He's using the full dimensions of the court.
Advantage. Team France.
So let's have a look at this final shot here. This backhand, he leaps, hits it. It's a hard trajectory to deal with. Low, flat, and shaving, sliding away.
Comes to backhand revolutions. Some of the lowest on tour is Adrian Mannarino.
I'll tell you what, there's absolutely zero energy wasted in Mannarino's game.
Mannarino has asked for a couple of the balls to be changed. He said that they don't feel like the pressure is quite there, but I think he should just stick with them.
I would not change a thing if I were him right now.
Working nicely.
15 left.
Looking up here, well, you've got a better view, but just physically, energy-wise, Sasha looks a little flat today compared to we saw him in the previous match.
Yeah, interesting. It was almost as though Sonego demanded that energy because he played with such intensity, but Mannarino, as you said, is a very different character on court. He's almost subdued. So Sasha's dealing with a trajectory that he's not enjoying. Mannarino's playing well. And then you've got this sort of ambience that Mannarino creates around the court. Almost lulling Zverev.
I mean, that's a perfect example. There was zero acceleration of the racket head in that one. Just guiding the ball. Nothing to bring it back into the court.
Yeah, that's definitely my observation with the forehand. Sometimes he doesn't come around the side of the ball enough as well. He gets the top spin, but you need the side spin too.
Not missing by much, that one.
And then you talk about, rhythm, or the idea that you're controlling the proceedings, and then Mannarino comes up with a shot like that, just out of the blue. He must be a most awkward customer to deal with.
Yeah, it's a great point you made, Wally, as far as the match he played. Sonego, his energy out there, he's bouncing everywhere non-stop between points. Completely different what's happening here tonight.
What he could have done with some additional revolutions on the ball with that backhand wing, but he will have a chance to serve for the opening set for Team France when we come back from the break. Well, Sydney Harbour is a beautiful place to explore. It's an aquatic playground for the Sydney-siders. Home to the iconic Sydney Opera House and the Harbour Bridge. Beautiful place to watch a summer evening sunset. More than 240 kilometres of shoreline. That's where it was all happening yesterday evening. Tell you what, it's not happening right now for Team Germany. There's some work to be done by that man. Yeah, we're just having a look here at the backhand topspin speeds of the respective players, and we're focusing on the RPMs, and that's a clear indication, Mark, of how flat Mannarino hits it in comparison to Sasha.
Yeah, I think anyone you put that up against, Mannarino is the flattest on the tour, if not the flattest. But it's a great comparison to see.
It shows you how much control he's got over that shot, the way he can maneuver it cross court, down the line. He's still able to keep it in the courts so effectively. About a 40-45% difference in the amount of RPMs on their respective backhands. Serving for the opening set is the Frenchman.
Yeah, I saw in the change of ends, you had Team Germany on the bench just getting up and trying to get the energy going. Telling him, let's go, come on. I think they feel he's a little flat too. You know, we know the player Mannarino is, and tough opponent, but maybe, you know, realizing he's going on a court against a player he's been so comfortable with beating over his career. 8-0, only losing 3 sets. It's come on maybe a little too casual, and he's definitely paying for that right now.
Mannarino has been solid in this opening set. Nothing more. He hasn't played lights out. The unforced errors have been coming off both wings from Zverev. 3 set points. Adrian Mannarino gets Team France off to the perfect start. He bags the opening sets against Team Germany, and Sasha Zverev has got it 6-4. Losing that first set.
That's more like it.
30 love.
Well, you've got 35 seconds on the change of ends to give a message to Sasha. What would you tell him as he's about to go to the other side at 1-love?
Well, firstly, patience. Don't try to make something happen when it's not on. You've got to work a little harder to create time and space, and yeah, more energy. He's got to show something, a bit more court presence out here. It's just a really passive performance thus far. It's kind of like he's stroking the ball, not hitting the ball. It's almost like Mannarino's got him playing his game. If I didn't know the record of the 2 players that you mentioned, Robbie, I think it's 8-0, is that right, in Zverev's favour?
Correct.
And I was just watching this for the first time. I would just say that Sasha is just not enjoying the trajectory and the height of the bounce on this particular court under these conditions.
Game, Team Germany.
Now that's more like it. And I think this is where
First game.
Torben has got
Second
to
set.
also play his part as team captain. I'd be rallying the troops around. Every time Sasha wins a point, guys, we're going to be up. We're going to be clapping. We're going to be off of our seats.
Yeah.
Just to try and get that energy going. Flip.
That's the great thing about this format. Looking over to your box, getting the energy, get him to help you getting up in this match. I mean, you should be up for it from the start anyway, but that's something that I should be acknowledged. And like Wally said, with the ball's bouncing so low, in order for you to get underneath it, you need rack acceleration. You need to have that, you know, the intensity to get underneath it and over it and get it to drop in on the court. And you cannot be doing that by guiding the ball. I mean, look at that right there.
15 love.
The return, the body language, that was
Okay, let's go.
very flat-footed.
And just to give you an idea of how one-sided the last 3 contests have been,
30 love.
Mannarino hasn't broken him in any of the previous 3 encounters they've had. In fact, he didn't have a single break point when they played in Cincinnati. So this will infuse him with confidence.
Without a doubt, Mannarino is very much aware of his history with Zverev
40 love.
and the last time they played.
Game. Team French.
Tell you what, that is a nightmare serve to deal with. It's
One
got
game.
so much work through the air. So accurate. And you talk about maximizing your leftiness. Does such a good job of that.
The hilarious thing too is, as Flip suggested earlier, this has just taken nothing out of Mannarino. You sort of think you're going to beat a top 10 player. He's going to make you work hard. He's going to take something out of you physically, even if you win that set, but it just hasn't been the case.
$15 love.
He's had a couple of matches throughout the course of the season where he was just out of sorts. Safulin and Shanghai beat him 3-1. Here's another go. Hits the ball pretty flat off the backhand side. I remember when Jordan Thompson beat him in Tokyo as well. That was pretty comfortable. Energy levels looked low, made a lot of unforced errors in that match if memory serves. That's more like it.
And Robbie, you're probably better qualified to speak on the vagaries of court surfaces around the world and the conditions, but you know, in the past the grass was very fast and low, clay was very slow, the hard courts, indoor supreme was low bouncing, and the game became slower courts, higher bouncing over the last couple of decades, really. But for whatever reason today, here in Sydney, under grey skies and fairly humid conditions and cool temperatures,
15.
everything is playing low, suiting Mannarino to a T.
I mean, guys, that was impressive. 206 km/h first serve. He took it almost a metre in the baseline. And the first one coming in, finishing off some nice touch at the net. He's looking so relaxed. I mean, I know he plays like that, but man, he's looking loose.
40-15.
think that is one of Zverev's rackets. I reckon he's gone a couple of pounds tighter on that. That would be my guess, given that he's missed so many unforced errors long.
Maybe so can feel like he can accelerate a little bit more as well.
Can you believe it? Can you believe it? I'm not sure he's going with the Mark Philippoussis tension, though, is he?
40, 30.
I mean, that was like a piece of wood. Dunlop frames. What do you string those bad boys at, Mark?
Well, 36 back in the day.
Kilos.
Kilos.
Yeah.
38 in Cincy. Balls are flying in Cincy.
It's almost 80 pounds. My maths is any good.
Game. Team Germany.
Yeah, stark contrast. Mannarino stringing his racket at 10 kilos. 10 versus 36.
Team
Gives you an
Germany
idea.
leads 2-1.
It's 2-1 in the second set. Team Germany playing catch-up.
Come on, okay. 5 sets, come on, break, go.
Arena in Sydney is the focal point for the United Cup here. Plenty of matches going on in Perth.
Time.
Great tennis yesterday evening when Novak Djokovic illuminated the RAC Arena. We've had some great mixed doubles in the last 2 days here. Have decided the outcome of some very important ties. Chile-Canada was a blockbuster yesterday. And it was more of the same a little earlier today with Croatia and Norway.
15 love.
How are Mannarino's stats on serve? Aces, double faults, percentage.
I can tell you, Wally, that is the first point he has lost when he makes a first serve.
Interesting too, Zverev played that forehand with real shape. I mean, he didn't actually nail it or hit it with any great authority, but he flipped it up high, jumped up off the court, caught Mannarino a little by surprise.
And what I loved, the let's go right after he won that point.
Bit of patience there, just dug in, not going to miss.
15,
You want to win this point, you're going to have to hit a winner. I'm not going to give it to you.
Yeah, Mannarino was the one who lost some patience in that one. Here we
Yeah.
go.
kind of point that will really work the lungs.
It's such a good serve.
30
Zverev
all.
was waiting for that. He was standing a meter to the left, waiting for that, and he still got him to stretch out wide.
139 kilometers an hour. I'd say by the end of that serve, it was moving faster sideways than forwards.
Adorned with all manner of spin. Look how well he stays up on it.
He does, doesn't he? That's a great action. Doesn't collapse. Ball tosses right up above his head. He's right under the ball.
Man, he's got some spring in those legs too. See again, that's the one that Zverev decelerates. He drops short,
40,
and
30.
Mannarino took advantage of that. You know, at 130 kilometers an hour, you've got to accelerate through that ball. That one not even making the service line. Can't allow him to roll a serve in at 130.
It's Hogwarts stuff from Mannarino.
Games all.
I mean, you talk about using the full dimensions of the court here. It's a long extended rally. Initially, he's having to defend for all he's worth, showing us those skills. Then the athleticism and the genius touch. Those lefties, man.
That is a better point, the point we normally see Zverev
15
playing,
mark.
accelerating through his shots. There was no deceleration of the racket on that one. Definitely been a little shift in his energy in the last game.
All.
The sliding serves are so different, aren't they? I mean, the pace that Zverev has on his versus Mannarino, this is dying. Big differential between the speed of the ball when it leaves the strings versus when it arrives at Zverev.
Let. First serve.
Oh, how about that?
What a return.
We focused a lot on Zverev, haven't we?
30
And
all.
how he's playing, but just full credit to Mannarino. I mean, he's so enigmatic. You just don't know what's coming next. Just so hard to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, it's a great word to describe his play and his personality.
That's another one, guys. I've never seen somebody taking Zverev's serve, first serve on the rise
30,
and being that
40.
aggressive. I mean, that was at 199 kilometers an hour. And look at the hands. Just a little turn of the racket head opening up, a little turn on the shoulders, no backswing whatsoever, using the opponent's pace against him.
And that's earned a break point. There you go. Team Germany finally getting out of their seats, understanding the importance of the occasion right now.
Advantage, Team Germany.
Behave! A glorious choreography about how he plays tennis.
Are you suggesting, Robbie, that this is an Austin Powers-like performance?
Oh, he's using all his powers right now.
It's clever, isn't it? It's clever tennis. Look at this shot. That's skillful.
Thank you.
Still work to be done. Maintained his concentration beautifully there.
Please take a seat. Thank you. Advantage, Team Germany.
There's definitely more activity in the Team Germany box, isn't there, Mark?
Yeah, I've finally realized how important it is to get up out of their seats and give some of this energy that Zverev is lacking right now. Oh, that was awesome.
So it would have been great if he just put his racket right in front of Sasha trying to hit it. But that fifth game was an important one. And it's gone the way of Team Germany.
Games to 2.
But it's been a hard hat day so far for him.
Ganz wichtig, sauber, let's go. Jetzt bist du auch dran, let's go. Das ist der Neue. Von ihm, der Neue.
Have a look at this. I mean, how quick is Mannarino to get to this?
Oh, this one I thought he had no chance.
Just kept on running. That's the beauty of having a singles net. This was the other get that he had. He is so light on his feet. As you suggested, Zverev moves pretty well as well. Vision to see the shot, but then execute it. Something else. You know, he has hit some spectacular shots in this competition. There's Adrian Mannarino. He has delighted us with his trickery, his speed of foot. Just the fact that he goes about playing this game a little differently to most.
If this was a sword fight, it's like Mannarino has an épée and Zverev has a broadsword. Just such a different approach to the game. It's incredible.
An épée.
You know, like a little fencing foil, you know, those little fine swords.
Now I do, Wally. That is just such a well out point. The way he opens up the court, takes the ball early, moves in the net, and just a nice punch. No swing on that volley, just a beautiful little punch into the open court.
Has the ability to do that.
Yeah.
He's just been giving him a steady dart of serves out wide, and then you have to cover the out wide serve, and then he's got that one in his locker. Great tennis brain. so good.
He's a step ahead, isn't he? You've got the slider. When he's looking for it, he bombs him T, curls it into the body. He's using the square so well. Different paces, different spins.
Yeah.
Can't defend shot making like that.
40-30.
Go!
Look, you've been talking about it, racket head speed. He can kind of cover a lot of ills. This is one of the few that he's really taken on. A low ball, skidding, but he absolutely went after it. You could see his body weight moving forward after the contact.
Yeah, and the side spin as well. That was a good angle to see it from. With the double control with the toppy and the sidey.
You know, the more acceleration he has in it, the safer it looks as well.
Couldn't agree with you more, Mark.
That's just smart play.
Advantage, Team France. Game, Team France. New ball, please.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
3 games all.
But you know what? I don't mind that. You know, show some emotion. You know, just see, let us know that you've got a pulse. You know, that bench, looking at that bench, they're just, there's zero energy coming from that bench. That's what they're there for. You know, get him up. It's on serve.
They're scared to say the wrong thing and cop some abuse, I think.
Yeah, I'd rather do something than nothing, though. At least you're trying for him.
Some good height on that one there, Robbie.
Did he? I don't like the flat throw. If I'm going to break the racket, I'm going to melt it.
He didn't commit to that one, huh?
3-all. Nicely poised. Mannarino's done well to stick with them in the second set. I say that simply because I was expecting more of a response from Zverev. I'm right on that line. And I'm putting my left hand out.
Yeah, that was wide.
But why is it wide?
15.
Yeah, didn't bring it in, right?
With the
On
side
outside
spin,
of the ball.
I'm a big believer.
Oh, 100%.
And
That was another one that's a little bit guided.
you need aggressive wrist action around the side. Like you say, it's just a guide. It's got to get those RPMs up.
On that one, I'd love to hear your thoughts, both of you guys, but that forehand down the line when you're looking to move forward, and it can easily happen, your body weight's going in before the racket head You know what I mean? It's like you serve and volley. You serve, you finish, then you run to the net. Like, you got to hit on the outside of the ball, accelerate, then you get the body going forward. Sometimes it's so easy to kind of be moving in before the racket head, and it's just behind you, and you don't have that racket head speed, and you end up just missing a wide like you did the point before.
Exactly what you're talking about, Mark. I tell you, who does that better than anybody is Tsitsipas. Moving through the shot, moving forward, and still taking that forehand down the line. Timing has got to be spot on. The hands have got to be so fast through that contact zone, don't they?
He certainly does not guide his forehand, that's for sure.
Yeah, Federer similarly as well. He played that very, very effectively. Edberg used to do it with the bunt. He didn't have the whip like the previous two we mentioned.
30 all.
For him, it was just about getting to the net, keeping that ball nice and low.
Yeah, he just turned his shoulders, didn't he? Very similar to a forehand return. Great serve when he needed it.
40-30.
Take some pressure off him.
Bit of a let-off for Zverev and Team Germany.
Team Germany leads 4-3.
Maintain the lead in the second set, 4-3.
Wow, that's good. It's good. Come.
Vivid Sydney, so we like to call this vignette. One of the original creators of the event was inspired to light up the Sydney Opera House. How cool is that? More than 2 million people attend Vivid Sydney almost every year. 2024 edition is set to take place from the 24th of May to the 15th of June. Next up, of course, Caroline Garcia and Angelique Kerber. As Caroline just getting ready in case this one gets done in straight sets.
Time.
That's exactly what Team France will be hoping for. That would be a very first win for Mannarino against Zverev. He's never beaten in the 8 encounters that they've had.
Nobody beats Adrian Mannarino 9 times in a row, Robbie.
Yes. I see what you did there, Wally. There's that head-to-head graphic.
I am just sensing, though, the rallies are getting a little bit more physical, and I feel that's important. He's been a bit frustrated, no question, Zverev, but a little bit of the sleepiness is starting to come out of his game. He's just hitting with a bit more authority, that one with a bit more accuracy, and Mannarino having to work a little harder to get behind the ball, and I think that's important. You've got to take something out of the Frenchman physically.
All.
And as a player, you're looking to compound the physicality of the point, so you play a tough point there and then you just gift it in the error. The air just completely goes out of the situation.
This is good bounce back ability from Mannarino, especially after losing the opening point on serve. Your chances of holding go down significantly when you do lose that opening point.
Game. Team France.
Responds with considerable aplomb. That is nice.
4 games all.
And that will help compound the pressure on his opponent now. Amazing how important that second point could have been, Wally.
Yeah, I guess I alluded to it in terms of, you know, physicality, just piling on tough point after tough point. But
absolutely.
Even just in terms of scoreboard pressure,
yep,
it's quite deflating, isn't it? I've seen Adrian at the Australian Open a couple of times. He was run down by, of course, it's best of 5 sets and a fair bit warmer than it is today, but he was run down by Demon when he was in a pretty good position. And one year he actually had Rafa in all sorts of trouble, lost the first set 7-6 and then barely got games from there on. So if you can take a little out of him physically, it can pay dividends.
30 love.
Hour and 37 minutes is the match time.
No,
come on.
No way.
Are you kidding me? Well, he had shots of the event last year.
What was that? I want to see that. I don't even know what he did. I mean, talk about a slap. What grip did he have on that one?
I don't think he knows.
I mean, this is a boomski of a forehand.
That was a boomski, Robbie. That's one person who didn't appreciate that shot. Yeah.
Game, Team Germany.
That's good response. Definitely upping his level
Germany
and
leads
edging
by
ever
game.
closer to squaring this one up. It's 5-4.
Sehr gut, Sascha. Sehr gut, sehr gut. Let's go. Sehr starkes Spiel, sehr starkes Spiel. Come on. Gut.
I believe that's the racket that has just come back from the stringer. Here it is again.
Punkt 6. Ja. Seite hat es da, ne?
You talk about taking a big cut. Oh,
Nochmal hier. Hello. Robbie weiß es.
astonishing shot.
Sorry. Sorry. I don't know who's going to do it. I don't know. Yeah, I know. But again, 0.6 again. 0.6 again. If somebody else brings it, 0.6. Yeah. Thank you. Okay, come on, go.
Time.
So just the one breaker serve separating them in the opening stanza. Mannarino looking to do something that he has never done before, and that is beat Alexander Zverev. So we need to stay in this second set. A little bit of scoreboard pressure now. That's a big-time play. Just to give you an idea of how important that first point is, folks. The chances of holding, on average, big pool of players on a hard court, when you win the opening point on serve, is about 89%. You lose that first point mark, it drops down to 62. It's a 27% differential. Zverev's helped move those odds in his favor. Oh! Imagine that had gone in.
He hit that from 3 to 4 meters on the outside of the tram line there. That's how much swing that serve has on it.
And again, the joys of having a singles net, right? That shot is on. It's viable. Mannarino with almost as many aces as Zverev. Zverev leads the ace race.
Ooh. Could that cost him? It's tough from this angle to see, but it looks like he let that one drop a little bit too low. Or just didn't get back enough for it.
Okay. Sweaty palm territory.
Fault.
And that's sometimes how it's just got to be. You just got to dig in. Got to be more determined.
30,
Attitude, got to lift.
40.
Got to make a statement. He made a statement with that huge backhand early in the match. In this game, I should say. And then he just dug in here. Was not going to miss.
Yeah, look at the shot count there at the net, just ticking over. Good height. That's what's giving the depth. You can see those green dots there, nice and deep on the forehand corner. It's brought up a set point for Zverev.
Game. And second set.
He is back. Team Germany are very much in the mix now. It's a set apiece. They're going the distance. I got a sneaky feeling that Zverev is going to run away with this third set. It's just a feeling. But I think after getting that second, I don't think it can get any worse for him.
It's more than a feeling, Robbie.
Stop.
30 love.
You have to think this is pretty crucial for Germany because as well as Angelique Kerber played the other night, you know, it's going to be a tough assignment for her against Caroline Garcia.
Yep.
Imperative, I think, for Zverev to win this one to take it to the mixed.
40 love.
Just putting a bit of separation now in that ace race between himself and Mannarino.
Out. 40-15.
Lost his vibrostop. Came, was it the butt cap? No, vibrostop. That's not play two, is it? Robbie, you're the rules aficionado.
Why is it not playing a let?
Well, that's what I wondered. Distraction?
For who, Wally?
First game, final set.
For,
Zverev, he seemed to notice it.
did he?
Yeah, I thought so.
And what about when the racket falls out of the hand of an opponent? Why don't you play a let there?
Well, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah, because the hindrance is to the player who's lost the vibration dampener or lost their racket. So that's kind of what the ruling is referring to, that the hindrance is more on yourself than it is to the player on the other side.
But it's a visual hindrance
of
up the other end, isn't it? You sort of stop mid-point to take note.
Yeah.
Is that not a hindrance?
Yeah, it's a funny one, but for the racket, no. For the vibration dampener, no. For a hat, yes.
And a ball out of your pocket?
Yes, it is a hindrance.
So certain things are a hindrance, certain things are not.
Yeah, I think it's the size of the hindrance that matters, right? It's a big disadvantage if your racket falls out of your hand.
Love.
Wonderful control of the racket head.
Love.
This was the return of serve where the dampener came out. Here it is, just bobbing along.
He tried to create a bit of height there, a different shape with the forehand, but he just completely fell off the ball. Zverev.
Who was the
really on it?
Yeah, sorry, Wally. Who was the pioneer of that jump backhand there?
Well, was it Peter Korda? Even though he had a single hander. Rios, possibly?
Yes, that's who I would have gone with.
1 game all.
Korda had a bit of a split jump. Maybe that was almost a celebration after he hit the winner.
Yes, kangaroo hop. Rios used to do it with great regularity. His name came up yesterday in commentary when Team Chile was in action.
The trouble with Zverev is he just sort of
15 love.
keeps coming at you with that serve. It's just so constant.
Yeah, and for those folks who weren't with us at the start of this match, we were talking about how big the Zverev serve is, but as Wally was alluding to, how consistently big it is. It's a great combo to have. Oh, in your face.
Well, you spoke about it, Robbie, how
15
flat the forehand is, and yes, he can leak a few errors on that side, but when he gets it right, this is the outcome.
Yep.
Look how penetrating that is. Imagine trying to pass off that ball, even if you guess right.
Oh, that was something extraordinary. He's made that shot look easy, and it was anything but.
15-30.
Look at dexterity in the wrist there. So easy to put that one into the back fence. Leads with the left arm. He uses his height to good effect. This is a nice double act here. The serve and the first strike.
Game, Team Germany.
Starting to find that big consistency with the first
Team
serve.
Germany leads. 2
Germany
games to 1.
with a 2-1 lead in this third set.
Good shot. Good tennis. Bravo. Good job.
Well, it's Sydney's most iconic beach, and I'm talking about Bondi. Stunning scenery and a vibrant beach culture here. Great spot for surfing. It's just over half a mile long. Always good to catch a wave, but I can imagine it gets pretty crowded with some of those good sets coming through. Just 7 kilometers east of the Sydney CBD is Bondi. Garcia and Angelique Kerber next up. There's Caroline just going through her warm-up routine again. She was ready for the end of the second set just in case Adrian got it done in straights.
Thank you. Love 15.
Not sure what Mannarino was discussing with the ref. Wally, do you know what happened?
Couldn't pick it up, Flip. There's so much noise down here. I just can't hear from even though I'm so close to the chair.
Let for serve.
Couple of unforced errors here creeping from Mannarino. Bad timing for him. He's definitely not missing those for the first set and a half. It was there.
30 all.
Mannarino opening up the court beautifully again with that slice.
I mean, the spread from where he makes contact with the backhand to the forehand, I mean, that's got to be 20 meters nearly.
We need the green dots. We need the lily pad right there.
Yep.
Oh.
Hello. From way downtown. This is a slick trick with his stick.
Go, go, go. Let's go.
It's actually awkward there for Mannarino. I mean, he's dragged so far forward, he almost has to come in, but he's wide of the alley.
Nice way to bring up a break point.
Zverev finding a way.
Team Germany leads 3-1.
Up a break now in the deciding set. He said, had the mentality while he's refusing to miss.
A lot to be said for making balls, isn't there? And just showing your opponent you're up for the fight.
Too true. And suddenly, the game of Mannarino has just become a little bit more porous. First serve has been firing in the set, Mark.
Yeah, he hasn't lost a point so far on the first serve. Or on the serve.
Hasn't missed one.
Hasn't missed one.
Yep.
And that's at 206 kilometers an hour. The other one was 208. That's some pretty good consistency. It's not like he's rolling it in.
Yeah, it's perfect. What a well-crafted point from start to finish. It's 15 first serves he's made in a row now in this set.
40-15.
Zverev has found his game at the best time.
It is the first time he has missed a first serve in this set.
No
Zverev very much in charge of proceedings in the decider now. Team Germany with a 4-1 lead.
Das ist der Neue. Gerade gekommen. Gerade gekommen.
That was a little bit of a checkout, wasn't it? The drop shot. He's been playing all of his creative shots from a position of strength, and all of a sudden he's down on the scoreboard. Just checked out.
Whether it's something where Zverev is finding his game, or definitely taking it another notch up, and Mannarino not being able to maintain the tennis he's played. Maybe the combination of both, Wally?
Yeah, I think so. He's definitely hitting the ball with more authority. He's hitting it more accurately. And there's just, there's more court presence about him. He just seems far more determined, as opposed to reacting to everything that Mannarino was throwing at him early. It's just a more physical effort.
Oh, come on, let's go. Right here, let's go.
It's taken a while for Zverev to give his German fans something to get excited about.
Time.
The opening set was below par, struggling to come to grips with Mannarino's ball, missing everything an inch or two long. Early stages of the second set as well. Mannarino did a great job of just hanging in there with him, but tail end of the second, that's when the forehand started to leak a few errors from Mannarino. Missed a few long. Couldn't quite get the control on it. We've seen that happen a fair bits in tight moments against world-class opposition for Adrian.
I mean, Zverev, he puts his racket up to say sorry, but, look, there was effort. I mean, there was real effort behind this defensive shot. This is Mannarino in isolation, but that was the dig that he was forced to face, and Zverev out of shot was moving forward to cover the drop volley. So it's just a whole different presence about him on court at the moment. Just a willingness to make balls.
That is just beautiful tennis.
That was just undeniable, wasn't it? I mean, he just looked so purposeful. Every shot was clean.
Just
That's impressive.
Had the ball on the string.
I mean, look at the depth that he's able to create, and then the lack of it. That's what all great volleyers can do, take pace off of it.
So Mannarino hits a winner there, but the court's getting smaller for him. Everything's just, things are coming back. They're coming back with a bit more authority. He just doesn't have the time and space that he was enjoying early.
Does his shot still have the same pace?
Yeah, yep.
Okay.
But he's being forced to react. He can't be as proactive as he was. I mean, that was almost a sleepy set and a half from Zverev.
Zverev knows the importance of this game right here. And put the match to bed right now. Of course, for this guy, so important just to loom large in the rear-view mirror. Hang on here, 4-2.
And I feel like a match like this, what we've seen so far, definitely has that feel. If it gets to 4-2, it's not everything but over.
Yeah.
I feel like anything can happen.
Deuce.
Yeah, definitely frustrated. These are shots he was not missing for most of the match. This is a must hold from him.
Advantage, Team France.
That's Mannarino at his mesmerizing best.
Team Germany leads 4-2.
So metronomic with that forehand.
Out. 15 love. $30 love.
Change of the racket for Mannarino. That might be half a kilo tighter, Robbie, that one. 10.5 kilos.
It's ridiculous, right? 22 pounds. It's about what he strings his racket at. Any comparable ones that I remember were Filippo Volandri. He was pretty
40
low.
love.
Italian player, I remember.
Yeah.
What was that one?
That was also 11, 12 kilos and recession-proof Danny Nesta.
Oh, Danny Nesta. I can see that one.
He was pretty loose too.
Out game, Team Germany.
Been rock solid behind the delivery in set number 3.
Team Germany leads
And Germany just a game away
5-2.
from winning this opening match.
Sehr starkes Game, sehr gut. Gut aufgeschlagen, bravo. Komm. Gut.
this, of course, the first match of the competition for Team France.
Time.
Germany getting the better of Team Italy in their opening match. That went down to the mixed doubles. Zverev looking to send his team out in front in this encounter. Two hours and 18 minutes. This one has been ongoing. Just watching down the far end of the court. And Zverev's just looking at his box as if to say, how have I missed that?
Flip, you asked me before, has the intensity dropped a bit from Mannarino, the pace of shot? Possibly. Hard to measure on every ball, but it just doesn't seem like he's providing the same sort of problems and questions as Zverev.
It's amazing what energy does as far as body language, and that he's just, you know, getting down on himself a little bit. Body language has changed on the other side of the court as well.
Of course, all those nuances are picked up by your opponent, aren't they?
30 all.
We heard Novak talking about on the change of ends when he sometimes watches the big screen and he's watching how his opponent is drinking the water. Is he taking deep breaths in between? Is he tired? He's looking at everything he can possibly find out about the person he's playing against.
That's a great shot. Keeps his head so still through his ground strokes.
30.
That forehand was not easy. Look at this. Finding that very small target down the line.
Game. Team France.
Yes, please. Still alive and kicking.
Team Germany leads 5-3.
Team France trying to get him going, give him any kind of energy.
Angie's getting going.
Yeah, she's getting the body warmed up. She's hoping she's on in one more game.
Serving for the match.
What a big first point that could be. I like the mix-up there, Robbie. That change of pace on the slice.
background. He's having to cover.
That screen looking like one of my pictures my daughter draws.
It was a problem for Sonego. It's been a bit of a problem ongoing for Mannarino over the last couple of sets. Just getting little runs of points against serve, building pressure.
Stop on your cameras. Thank you.
Yeah, well, he's made 17 of 20 first serves in this set.
Oh, it's just too good. There's nothing you can do about that.
There's no question that's laid the platform and the foundation
30-15.
in this decider.
What's his overall first serve percentage now for the match?
73% for the match.
Yeah, which is sort of around his yearly stat, isn't it?
Yeah.
Bang on. Just keeps bringing it.
It's a great weapon to have.
You would know all about that. 2 match points for Team Germany. Too big, too strong, and in the end, simply too good from Sasha Zverev as he takes the scenic route for Team Germany to get the first match win under the belt. And they do it by beating Team France 6-3 in the third.